Wow. Um, I got a phone on my desk. Yeah, so this is the motherboard for itel. This is the motherboard for itel. So this itel is shorting charging IC. So I will start to troubleshoot the problem. Yeah, it's like the anode line of the charging port is short. So let me show you. If I get the probes, this is the positive probes from my multimeter light there. This is my positive probe, and negative probe is here. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the negative probe on the ground like that, and then I get my positive probe, and then I try to measure. You see, it is very short. This is what we call full short. So the IC is short. The phone actually it is turning on, but it is not charging due to this problem. Yeah. So if I also try to use my DC power supply, yeah, my DC power supply. So this is ground. So let me try to use this positive on the. You just keep on looking on the DC power supply. You see, it is very short. It is short. This is what we call full short. This is full short. You see, it is full short. So I'm sure this mobile need to be, you see, let me try to put this sled probe on the anode side. You see the light LED on the DC power supply, so it is short. Yeah. So if I also try to relate with this another motherboard, if I get this negative probe on the ground, then I get positive, try to also measure this point, anode. You see, nothing is leading on the multimeter. You see, that means this line is very healthy. So let me try to change the probe. I get the positive probe on the ground, then I get negative probe on the positive side of the charging port. You see the readings. So this is how normal anode line of the charging line it should be leading. You see? Yes. Wow. So for this one, nothing is taking place. It is only shorty. So for this phone, this mobile phone, it is turning on. So let me also show you so that we move together. Yeah, so that we move together, you see that the phone is turning on, only the charging port is not working. So this is the phone. Yeah, I'm just using the battery for Infinix, yeah, for the testing only. So this is the battery. Let me plug in the battery. Wow. Okay, it is done. The cable for the LCD. Yes, okay. Let me try to turn in the mobile phone. Yeah, so it is turning on, but charging, it is not charging because the anode line of the charging port is very shorty. So let me try to also to plug in the charger so that you see how it is performing. You see, nothing is happening. This is the phone. Nothing is happening. Okay, so this is the phone. Okay, I plug in the phone. You see, I plug in the phone. Nothing is taking place. Nothing. The phone is not turning on. So I'm gonna take out the motherboard from the cables. Yeah. So let's get to work. So right now I'll start removing this metal case which protects the components. So this one, let me mount on my PCB panel. Alright. PCB panel, it helps a lot because sometimes you might find out that while you are eating the motherboard, you find out that maybe some of the components will move when you shake the motherboard. That's the reason why we have to mount on the PCB panel holder. Okay, let's get to work. This is my blower. This is my blower. out now. Take a look. Let me lift up the panel. So you see, I've removed the metal case. Yes, you see the components. So the components is out. It is now exposed. The components are exposed. Okay. So without wasting much of the time, is if I see the physical damage nowhere to be seen. So let me try to check out with the multimeter and see where the problem is coming from. Yeah. So let me try to bring down the camera so that you see clearly. Yeah. Okay. If you are able to see now. Okay. 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 Right. So this is my multimeter. So I have put it on the buzzer mode. So I'll get the positive probe on the ground. Then I start also finding out where the short is coming from. Where the short is coming from. So let me try to check here. The short is not there. So therefore it seems like the problem is here. The problem is with these capacitors. Yeah, so what I will do is I will try to remove one of these capacitors so that I see if the short will be removed. Okay, so I have managed to move out the capacitors with one leg. So let me try to test them out of the board so that I see if they are short. Wow, it seems like they are not short. Let me put them back to their its position. They are just good. So somewhere is short. So we shall find out where the problem is coming from. So maybe I'll just try to discover the IC. It's unstable. It needs to stay there. Okay. This one is moved. This one also is moved. Okay, what about this one? This one is moved also. Now let me try to move out this IC. Is a little IC is moved. Okay. Whew. The IC is moved now. Let me try to check if the short is still there. Well, it seems like the short is gone. Let me try to it seems like the short is gone. Well, definitely the short is gone. So this is the IC which is causing that short. So let us go and check on the. So this IC is shorty. Let me try to remove the motherboard from the PCB stand. Alright, motherboard is out. So since the motherboard is out now, we're gonna test it together and see if the short is gone. Okay, so now the short, you see, the short is gone. The short is gone, bros. The short is gone. So that means we have fixed the phone. All I have to do is to replace the same IC because the short is gone. You see, the short is gone. So what I'll do is I'm gonna look for the IC. This one, the IC, this one. I have to replace the IC. Let me try to look for another panel which has the similar of this one. All right. So I have tried to look for the IC, this one. this one. So this IC actually nowhere to be found. I've tried to check my panels, so this IC is not found. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump 5 volts into secondary IC, which is this one, this IC. Yeah, so this IC, this is the one I've removed. It's short. This guy is short, so I'm gonna throw away this one. I throw it away. So what I'm gonna do is I will just measure the voltages from the capacitors and jump it somewhere. So let's get started to save time. So this is my multimeter. Yes. So what I will do is alright, let me do this. Okay, so this is so what I'll do is I'm gonna use the connector from the back panel, which is a charging port. Okay, good. So this one, okay, all right. Let's look for the solutions now. Okay, so this is multimeter. Let me put it so that we see it clearly, everybody. So yeah, okay, so this is okay, multimeter on 20 DC voltage. So let me try to plug in charger. Let me try to plug in charger. Since the short is gone, the short is gone. The short is gone. The short is gone. The short is gone. Yeah, the short is gone. So the short is gone. So now let me try to measure the voltages. This is my charger. Don't know if it will. Okay, this is my charger. Let me plug my charger. Okay, the charger is plugged in. Okay, this is the phone now. Okay, hopefully it is showing there. Let me put the phone here. All right, the phone is down. Okay. Well, cable is out now. Okay. Okay. So I have plugged in the USB cable. So this is my probe. I'll put it on the ground like that. Wow, this will take time. I got poor connections. Well, we sure made it. We will make it. So this is my probe I've put on the ground, and what I'm trying to see is the voltages, if they are there where I did remove the IC. Definitely. So my camera isn't clear, the focus is poor. So let me try to check on this capacitor. You see 3.4 is present. It has to be 5 volts because it is coming direct from the charger, so it has to be 5 volts. Yeah, so the line it is going here. So when I check again, it is 3.1, 3.5. It is still 3.1. Let me check here. This is 5. Okay, 5 is still there. Okay. So what I will do is I will definitely jump there. Okay. So let me measure the voltages again. Yeah, this is 5, you see? This is 5 right here. Light here, if you are able to see. This is 5 watts. 5 watts, so I'm gonna jump this 5 watts. So what I will do is I will jump 5 watts from here, from this capacitor because this is ground, this side of the capacitor is ground, then this is positive. So I'm gonna jump the jumper wire from here to this capacitor, and it will start charging, since I don't have charging IC, from here to here. So let me do it, because if you see, the voltage has started coming, has started showing now. Here has started showing, the voltage is started showing now. So if you see, it is showing, but on the battery nothing is there. So let me make a simple jump. You see, nothing, but here it is there. So let me jump the IC. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this. So this is okay, so it's to make jumper wire from here to here. Okay, I'll get this one. This one is big. Yeah, it will be good to carry the current for the battery charge. So let me desolder it, move the mic. I want to use the same one. Okay, so this is the jumper wire I was talking about. It is taking longer and longer. Okay, I want everybody to see what I'm doing. So where is the piece of soldering wire? This is the piece of soldering wire. So this is soldering wire. Okay, so okay, it is ready. Let me get the phone and make a simple jump. So this is the point. This is the point where I was talking about to jump the line. These are the simple thing to do, but for the people who are starting the same work we are doing, who are becoming the engineers, it will be very difficult for them to do it. It is not a simple thing. Even to diagnose the problem, if you are not able to see, then it's fine. I'll try by all means to show you when I'm done. definitely I'm done. Okay, so you see, this is simple. Wow, it is not firm. Let me redo it again. That's the jumper wire. That's the jumper wire. Okay, let's try the voltages now if it is present on the battery connector. Okay, this is the work. Okay, so here is my so this one on the negative probe on the negative side. Okay, so let me see the voltage. This is 4.6. That is good. Let me check here. Okay, that's good. Now let me check on the, first of all, I have to put something to prevent the short, there. Okay, okay, I have put something there so that in case of anything, I prevent the jumper wire from touching the ground. Okay, so all I have to do now is to put my negative probe on the ground, then uncheck the voltages. You see, this is 4.6 voltage. Okay, from the main. Okay, that's good. Then on the terminals, this is 4.2. That's cool. So that means the charging IC is no longer a problem now. We have solved the problem. So if you have time to look for the IC, just look for it. Then if you don't have time, just make a simple jump a wire, then you go. Let me try to put the battery on the connector and see if it will respond on the screen. Yeah, this is how this work can be done. You see, it is charging now. It is charging. You see, this is 26%. Yeah, so I'm sure. So that's how we do the work, man. That's how we do the work. I love this job, I'm telling you. So let's see now what's going on. Okay, if it is increasing, if it is increasing the percentages, I don't know how I'm gonna press the button because I'm struggling. Let us see what is going on now. So this is an issue now. Oh, this is 26%. Okay, that's good. That's how we do the work, man. That's how we do the work. That's how we do the work, man. Wow. That's how we do the work. That's how we do the work. I just want to see if the percentages are increasing. That means we are done, if that's so. Okay.